Hello and welcome to this Friday news bulletin of Gttv with me, your presenter Habsatuba. First, the headlines. The Kuntaur Area Council has announced the position of its chairman vacant after he spent almost 4 months in the United States without reporting to work. Pedestrians have expressed their concerns about continuous traffic jam around the airport junction, which they link to the ongoing construction of the flyovers along the OIC road to ease traveling in the country. Gambian forward Babuka Steve Strawale was at his former club, Real de Banjul, to give motivation to players of the club. The 29-year-old player urged the club's players to take training seriously and stay committed to the cause of football. 4 Nigerian men who are accused of stalking bank customers have been remanded at the State Central Prison, Mile 2. Their remanding came after they were arraigned before a magistrate at the Cardiff Magistrate Court. To international. A Cameroon socialite who is accused of sexual assault, Half Bobda, has been arrested by police in the Cameroonian city of Douala, his lawyer says. Palestinians have been demanding an international inquiry after mass grave found in Gaza. The European Union leaders have agreed to support Ukraine with €50 million in aid, but the Hungarian leader has countered the move and said his country will opt not to agree to the union's decision. Those are the headlines. Stay tuned. We will be right back after this short break. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Gttv News with me. Now the news in details. Kuntaur Area Council has declared the position its chairman vacant amid absconding accusation since his travel to the United States. Sekou Jawara, who traveled to the United States in September 2023 to attend World Mayors Conference, has since not returned to the country. Aissatou Kori reports.
Amid wide range of accusation of his absconding to the United States of America since he traveled to attend the World Mayors Conference in September of 2023. The Kuntaur Area Council has stepped to announce their chairman's seat vacant. The council's declaration comes barely 48 hours after giving the alleged absconded chairman, Sekou Jawara, a 24-hour ultimatum to resume work. Insiders at the area council and residents of the local government area have expressed their concern about the extended stay of Chairman Jawara after completing a 4-day mission with the Chief Executive Officer of Kuntaur Area Council, Momodou Sambu. CEO Momodou Sambu has since returned to the country, leaving behind Chairman Jawara, who is now into his 3-month stay in US and reportedly claiming to be meeting with investors. The Kuntaur Area Council and the Local Government Service Commission have yet to make any public statements on the matter. However, Council's insider and source have confirmed that he has stayed in the U.S. beyond the 14 days he was granted. Reports said the chairman, Sekou Jawara, insisted that he has projects to work out in the States as he ruled out absconding allegations to the States. But a statement from the council said his position has been declared vacant after he failed to honor the council's 24-hour ultimatum to resume work, adding that Chairman Jawara is believed to have absconded while on an official mission to the United States in September 2023. His prolonged stay raised concerns about his willingness to return to the country to continue his duties as elected chairperson of Kuntaur Area Council. For Gttv News, Aissatou Kori.
Pedestrians have been expressing their complaints about traffic congestion around the airport junction due to the ongoing construction of the OIC road. The flyovers around town aim to give the country's highways a new face as the country prepares to host the biggest Islamic conference in May 2024. Traffic congestion has been a concern among the public, which has been linked to the narrow roads of the country. Modulamin Job has the rest of that story.
Reacting to complaints of the public about unaddressed traffic congestion around the country, especially within the Greater Banjul area, The managing director of National Road Authority, Usman Sanyang, consoled the public to be a little patient, saying that the battle-heading highway will soon be completed to ease the problem of traffic within the region. However, he said traffic congestion is an issue in any developing country, which Gambia is not an exception, adding that the purpose of the road project is to ease traffic congestion.
Other alternative routes that goes into Brickham and connects into the airport from Sting Corner. So an important piece of infrastructure for us. So it's a road project, an urban road project. People need to understand that. And of course, with all these road projects, the intention is to move people as fast as they can from their origin to their destination. So that's the intention of road projects, and this one is no exception. So that's what we intend to do. Hopefully when it's built and finished, we will achieve those objectives. But people need to understand that the road is under construction at the moment. It's not even handed over to us as an authority to manage. So it's, of course, opening it now is useful to do that. And we intend to keep it open because the alternative of closing while construction is happening could be more, of an issue to the public in terms of their travel needs. So that's where we are. So it's a road project. Basically, people need to understand it's under construction at the moment. It's not finished yet.
Despite the traffic challenge, there are other alternatives that can be used by drivers to ease the recent frequent traffic congestion along the battle-heading highway, which he elaborated on.
Okay. And it will work. Now, the problem in Bruce B. Johnson, some of the problems, again, as I said, this thing happened. We don't sit back as National Roads Authority just to look at things happening. Yeah. It's our responsibility and our mandate to ensure that these roads are used safely. People can go and use it from origin to destination in the shortest possible time and in a very safe manner. Okay? We started this yesterday, actually. When this thing happened yesterday, we sent a team out there. We said, go and study what's happening at this junction. We think we know, but we say, go and study this. And still, we're studying this thing.
Reporting for Gttv News, I am Modlamin Job.
Gambian striker Babukar Steve Trawali was at his former club, Real de Banjul, to motivate young players at the club. The 29-year-old sensational player urged the club's players to be serious with their training, as he praised the club for being exceptional good in grooming players to be international assets. Our reporter, Mary Ruiz Mendy, tells us more.
Steve Tarawale, as he is fondly called in the country, has given reignited hope to the players who are currently playing for his former club, Real de Banjul. He expressed joy for revisiting his former club as he jokingly took the current players through his days with the club. He thanked the club for making him who he is today, while urging the young lads to be committed to their footballing career.
It's a pleasure for my feeling very Midland. I started here, but not as good as this, having a camp whatsoever. In Faneke, we didn't have all these that you guys are having. We were not dressing up nice like you guys. It was big, So you guys are very lucky to be where you are at this point. Really bad. It's a big club, the biggest club in Gambia. It's in my heart. I have a club, you all know, I have PSD. So, yeah, trying to learn from Willie because he's doing this not for himself, but for the interest of the Gambia. And not many clubs are working like that. And I think the only way we can help each other is to expand it. That's why BSD came also to be part of the league and everything. But everyone knows where Liban is in my heart. They gave me everything. They made me who I am today. So I'm very happy to be here. So yeah, you guys are family to me. And
Steve has played for several clubs in China after leaving Real de Banjul, and has made dozens of caps for the Gambia senior team. He earned a name for himself for his spectacular skills in converting chances into goals. Marie-Louise Mendy, Gttv News.
The Cardiff Magistrates Court presiding magistrate has remanded 4 Nigerians who are accused of stalking bank customers with the intention of robbing them at the State Central Prison Mile 2. Aissatou Kole has more on this.
4 Nigerian men who are accused of stalking bank customers with the intention of robbing them of their money arrived at the Cardiff Magistrate Court in Cuff. They were arraigned before Magistrate Salam Bai on Thursday, February 2nd, 2024, for crimes they allegedly committed. They are charged 3 counts of felony and stealing, respectively, contrary to Section 368 and 256C of the Criminal Procedure Code. The alleged stalkers of bank customers, who are Emeka Anthony, Dominic Oshinachi, Paul Ozimaluo, and Ifeanyi Evans Naunek, have pleaded not guilty to all the charges. According to the charge, the accused conspired among themselves to commit a felony, therein with stealing in Senegambia and diverse places, on or about the 30th day of December 2023. The charge added that the accused attempted to commit a felony contrary to Section 365 of the Criminal Procedure Code by unlawfully attempting to steal 120,000 from one Sheikh Tijan Toure at Senegambia on or about the 20th day of January 2024. Count 3 of the charge sheet stated that the prosecution alleged that the accused stole from a motor vehicle contrary to Section 265C of the Criminal Procedure Code an amount of $50,000 from marked Benz 120 registration number BJL 7078 on or about the 30th day of December 2023. Being the property of one Abdullah A. Danso, the case has been adjourned to February 8, 2024. Aissatou Kole, Gambian Talents TV News.
Now, that story from Aissatou Kole will now lead us to our second commercial break. When we come back, we shift our attention to international news. Stay tuned. Now to news beyond our borders. Cameroonian socialite Half Bob that has been arrested after abuse allegation against him prompted national outrage. Earlier this month, Mr. Bobda and his accountants were accused of a popular activist of committing a number of crimes against roughly 200 victims, Modulamin Job reports.
Dozens of social media users have subsequently posted fresh allegations of sexual and physical abuse, many using the hashtag #StopBobda. Mr. Bobda, known for his jet-settling lifestyle, has denied all wrongdoing. On Wednesday, after Mr. Bobda was arrested, his lawyer said the accusations were scandalous. Speaking to the BBC, Mr. Ojong Asu acknowledged that the recent slew of abuse allegations prompted his client's arrest, but insisted that Mr. Bobda had been arrested for his own safety. On 19 January, Cameroonian activist and internet personality Nzudi Manto began releasing what he said were testimonies from men and women who alleged they had been assaulted by Mr. Bobda and his acquaintances. This included allegations of rape, kidnapping, harassment, and physical assault. The ensuing allegations from social media users, mostly women, sparked calls for Mr. Bobda to be investigated by police. By Monday, the hashtag #StopBobda had become the #1 trending topic among Cameroonian users on X, formerly Twitter. Public figures have also voiced concern. Marie-Thérèse Abena Ondoa, Cameroon's Minister for Women's Empowerment, called accusations unspeakably serious in a statement last Friday. Ms. Ondoa said she encouraged all victims to break the silence in order to break the chain of violence and to provide the judicial authorities with the information they need to carry out proceedings aimed at establishing the facts and where appropriate, convicting the perpetrator of these appalling crimes. She also commended a group of Cameroonian human rights lawyers who had lodged a police complaint against Mr. Bobda. Alongside the lawyers and Miss Ondoa, celebrities from Cameroon and the wider African continent have called for action. Popular Nigerian Afrobeat musician Ira Star posted "Stop Bobda" on X last Thursday. Mr. Bobda is widely known within Cameroon as a socialite businesswoman and the son of late construction magnate Emmanuel Bobda. Reporting for Gttv News, I am Modlamin Job.
Palestinian authorities have demanded an international investigation after a mass grave was found in Gaza with the decomposing bodies of Palestinian detainees who were blindfolded and handcuffed. At least 30 bodies were found in black plastic bags near the Hamad school in northern Gaza, with Palestinian officials accusing Israel soldiers of killing the civilians execution style. Fatunding Chor tells us more.
Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs called for an international investigation on Wednesday into what it described as Israel massacres, demanding that a team visit Gaza to find out the truth and dimensions of the genocide to which our people are exposed. The Palestinian armed group said in a statement on Telegram that the heinous crime and others committed by the neo-Nazis against our Palestinian people will remain a cause that haunts them, and the day will come when they will be held accountable for their brutality and crimes that exceed the most horrific violation known to humanity in our modern era. The Foreign Ministry said the discovery of the mass grave was evidence of the forms of genocide committed by the occupation forces against our people in the Gaza Strip without accountability or oversight.
This mass grave contains 110 male and female martyrs. They have started decomposing because their bodies were not kept in cold conditions, and now they are being buried in this mass grave.
Palestinian detainees are routinely abused by Israel forces in the enclave, subjected to weeks of imprisonment in unknown locations, beating and verbal abuse. Last month, a United Nations human rights official called for an end to Israel's mistreatment of Palestinian detainees and said he had met men who had been held for weeks and were beaten and blindfolded. Several videos shared by the Israel army since the war began saw hundreds of Palestinian men stripped to their underwear, sitting outdoors in the cold, sometimes blindfolded. In a few videos, women and children were also seen. Much of the densely populated Gaza Strip has been destroyed after 4 months of intense Israel bombardments and ground offensive. Gaza's health authority have said at least 26,900 Palestinians have been killed since the war began on October 7, following Hamas attack. Fatou Ninchor, Gttv News.
The European Union has agreed to disburse 50 million euros for Ukraine in aid despite Hungary's decision to reject the agreement. This comes amid disbursement of more aid to Ukraine since Russia's invasion into the country 2 years ago. Modulamin Job again.
On Thursday, 1st February 2024, European Union leaders unanimously agreed to extend 50 billion euros in aid to support Ukraine. The chairman of the summit said over weeks of resistance from Hungary. After a long debate, all 27 EU member states have agreed to a multi-billion euro financial package for Ukraine at the special summit in Brussels. EU Council President Charles Michel announced the agreement. 50 billion euros in financial aid is to flow into Ukraine by 2027. The commitment will strengthen the long-term economic financial stability of Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky praised the agreement reached by the EU states and expressed gratitude to the member states.
I'm grateful for your decision on the financial instrument for us, for our people, for Ukraine. Ukraine facility with 50 billion euros for a 4-year period. This is a clear signal that Ukraine will withstand and that Europe will withstand. It is also really important that this decision was taken unanimously by all of you, all 27 member states, and it is yet another clear sign of your strong unity and support of Ukraine.
The funds had been blocked since December after Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban had prohibited the deal at a previous summit. Failure to have reached an agreement would have been a major blow to Ukraine at a time when its outmanned and outgunned forces are struggling on the battlefield amid a new Russian assault deal. Meanwhile, military aid from the United States has dried up amid an ongoing battle in Washington over future funding for Kyiv. In an official text published by the European Council said that the 27 member states had approved 50 billion euros, 54 billion US dollar, to be sent to Ukraine from 2024 to 2027. It detailed 33 billion euros in the form of loans and 17 billion euros in non-repayable support that could be generated from frozen Russian assets. The text makes multiple mentions of the money being used as part of Ukraine's path to joining the bloc. Reporting for Gttv News, I am Mudlamin Job.
That ends this news bulletin. But before we take our leave, let's recap our top stories once again. The Kuntaur Area Council has announced the position of its chairman vacant after he spent almost 4 months in the United States without reporting to work. Pedestrians have expressed their concern about continuous traffic jam around the airport junction, which they link to the ongoing construction of the flyovers along the OIC road to ease traveling in the country. Gambian forward Babukar Steve Traoré was at his former club, Real de Banjul, to give motivation to players of the club. The 29-year-old player urged the club's players to take training seriously and stay committed to the cause of football. 4 Nigerian men who are accused of stalking bank customers have been remanded at the State Central Prison, Mile 2. Their remanding came after they were arraigned before a magistrate at the Kanifing Magistrate Court. To international, a Cameroon socialite who is accused of sexual assaults has been arrested by police in Cameroonian city of Douala, his lawyer says. Palestinians have been demanding an international inquiry after mass grave found in Gaza. The European Union leaders have agreed to support Ukraine with €50 million in aid, but the Hungarian leader has countered the move and said his country will opt not to agree to the Union's decision. Thanks for your company. I have been your presenter in this news bulletin. From me and our production team, do have a pleasant weekend. Bye.